on my tripod now, but yeah, just trying to decenter my pent up anger that I have towards my family because they did some really crazy things and I really didn't appreciate that. But at the end of the day, when you go to start understanding and peeling back the layers of your family, you start to understand like why it's so messed up, why it's so trauma ridden, and work towards the things that you can do to get away from these things or break these patterns and cycles. So that's really the main thing. Let me bring y'all back in time. Y'all know this? If you didn't like to watch wrestling, you would not know who this is. My uncle was a wrestle teen fanatic. He loved watching WWE. It's just all unreleased tapes. Well, this not real. This is a part of me just reminiscing on my childhood, like, you know, because I grew up in this house, and it just brings me back to good times. You know, I'm not being brought back to bad times, but it brings me back to good times, and it really just makes me think about where I'm at now with life. How do I feel? How do I feel? Like, how do I feel? Am I okay? Am I checking on myself? Am I making sure I'm putting myself first? Am I making sure that I'm beautiful inside and out, and not just worrying about the outside upkeep? Because this is one layer, but I am not my vessel. Like, not my vessel, but I am not my outer appearance. I am not my flesh, you know? So it's a part of me, but that is not just solely me. That's my uncle, but anyway. Yeah. But I call these like video diaries because I do a lot of them, and I really didn't used to post them when I was younger, but I always do video diaries when I don't feel like writing. But I definitely need to write because it just stimulates your mind. I haven't journaled in a minute because it'll hurt my hand because I have so much stuff up here. I will fucking clear out a whole journal if I'm journaling for like an hour. Like, I have so much things up here in this mind. And it's like talking and getting it out, that helps too. But writing it down and be able to look back on what you wrote down, that's what we really want. So yeah, I hope my iPad on the charger so I could like chop this video up and post it. But I really don't want to edit it too much because this is just a video diary. Working on healing my relationship with my family, working on healing my relationship with how I love people and how I let people treat me in relationships, because I do let people fuck over me. Because I feel like, you know, I'm in a compromised position right now in my life and I need certain people. Like, I feel like I need certain people, but I really like, I don't know, like the position the universe has put me in, it's really interesting to think about, like why I'm in this position so young. And you know, like how like it's really like this is really real life and I really have to deal with these things, and I have to learn how to find peace in the fucking chaos, and I have to know when to bite the bullet. And I bit the bullet my whole fucking life. Like, I bit the bullet my whole life. I never had a problem with biting the bullet. But when it comes to certain things and how family could be so weird to you, and how people that's not your family could be weird to you or like do fucked up things because they're taking advantage of your vulnerability, and they're taking advantage of the fact that you kind of really do need them. So they feel like they could treat you anyway and do you any type of way because they know you need them. That's really messed up. But I honestly do feel like that's their problem, and I don't have to accept poor behaviors from family or people I'm in relationships with that's not family. So, you know, I do know how to speak up for myself, but in certain instances, I just feel like if I speak up, it's gonna go bad, or the person's not at a mental capacity that I am to even understand what I'm going to say. So it'll be like a waste of breath. But I'm trying to get over there, really trying to just stand up for myself, because nobody's gonna come save you but you. Nobody's gonna stand up for you but you. You can't rely on other people to trying to let other people know where they got you fucked up at. Like, you have to let a person know where they got you fucked up at. So yeah, I'm really just trying to heal my relationship with myself, because like I've let a lot of shit slide in my life, and I went through a lot, and I was taught a lot of lessons early, especially dealing with men, because I didn't have no mom. I grew up from 13 years old. I didn't have a mom or a dad. I grew up with my grandparents, and they used to literally forget about me. So it was easy to run the streets. It was easy to be outside and doing shit I ain't had no business doing. So I was taught a lot of lessons early about men. Like I've had a lot of relations. I've had a lot of experiences with different types of men, even older men and niggas, men that could be my fucking dad. So it has really fucked up my head on how I let relationships go about and how I treat a relationship. And like going through all these men, I'm starting to think like, what is love? Because I never got love from the house, and the love that my family say they have for me, it really doesn't penetrate deeply for me to feel like, I know like there's an emotional bond there, but the love word, it just really doesn't click. So I'm just thinking about how like my relationships with men, how I've had a lot of experiences so young with no guidance through these experiences, how it messed up my head when it came to me trying to love a boy, or me trying to be in a relationship with somebody and show them my acts of love, and then when they do something to me or when they don't reciprocate equal, I'm just disappointed. And more today, it's just like what I accept. I accept a lot of bullshit. I accept a lot of stupid shit. But it's a really long story. I'm gonna say that topic for another video on how like, yeah, I'm gonna say that topic for another video. But I try my best to be like, I'm a genuine person. Like I'm not out here fucking over people. I'm not over here moving all sneaky and conniving. Like I'm really just not doing no fucked up shit to nobody or to myself anymore. I'm really just want peace. And I feel like if you have certain people, certain energies, people bringing energies in your life, if you got certain people around you, when they season is over and you don't tell them to go get the fuck, they will hinder you from doors that you supposed to have been had walked through. But you have this person in your life that you've kept around, and you know they ain't worth shit, but you keep doubling back on this person, and it's just like that really hinders you. So that's another one of my things I want to do for the New Year's, just like stop going back on myself. Like don't unblock no boy, don't unblock nobody. Like just be content with the slow joy. Like I can say like I have a problem with slow joy, like really feeling it and like slow progress. It's hard for me to fucking grip my head around it because I'm so young. Like I'm young as hell, and I'm going through all these trials and tribulations, and I'm trying to see the value in it. I'm trying to see like this is building me up for a bigger life. Like I know I'm going to be my family's first millionaire. I know I'm going to be the first person in my family to set myself apart, break the fucking cycles and the fucking patterns. But the journey to get there is hard, and it's slow. It's slow. And today I found myself questioning like, will I live a long life? Because why am I living like this at this age? Why is this happening to me? But everything's supposed to happen for a reason. Like I wouldn't be at the house that I'm at if it wasn't for a reason. I wouldn't be living with those people if it wasn't for a reason. If it wasn't supposed to happen, it would have never fucking happened. I would have been somewhere else. So I always try to see that, okay, divine timing, divine intervention, it's always watching, and it's the divine has a plan already that's already ordained that I cannot interfere with. I cannot even get the inside scoop on the plan. I just have to wait. I just have to wait and see what life will bring me throughout this slow, long, and hard and laborious and emotionally straining journey. But through all of those things, I'm still maintaining my gratitude. I'm still being grounded. I'm still waking up every day and being and affirming out loud the 5 things that I'm grateful for, even though I'm grateful for way more than 5 things. I always tell myself I need to wake up and tell the universe what I am grateful for, because you'll get caught up in the haves and the have-nots that you start forgetting what you have. And what you have right now is real peace. You have support. Your basic needs are met. You don't have to want for nothing. Basic needs are always met. And then when it comes to extras, I get those too when need be. If I don't get them, guess what? I'm content with the fact that I have everything I already needed. But extras are always appreciated. I love extras. I'm really going through an identity change. Like, I tried to change the outside of me, but I still have some of my habits. And it's like, did I think that me changing up the way I dress and how I present myself to the world would change what's going on inside of me? Or did I think that my brain would get a groove on, like, okay, like, we're turning into this new person. Like, you look in the mirror, you see this, like, this woman, this Karasi doesn't do X, Y, and Z like the old one does. So, very performative. Nothing to say. Needless to say, it's very performative. And I'm tired of performing. I just want to show up as myself. And it's like, it's not hard for me to show up as myself, but like, I guess the situation that I'm in, it's hard to show up as myself because I'm thinking about how I'm going to live. Like, okay, I know I'm gonna be okay, but like, I'm always in the back of my head thinking about like, okay, like, survival of the fucking fittest. Like, make sure I'm straight, make sure I'm okay, because at the end of the day, I'm the only person checking on me for real. My family are calling from here and there, but I'm nobody's, I won't say burden, but I'm not nobody's priority. Once I learned I wasn't even my own mom's priority, I'm not nobody's priority. Other people have kids, they got shit they trying to do, they got jobs, bills to pay, and daily life fucking trials and tribulations. They not worried about me. And where was I going with that? I forgot. But also trying to heal the relationship that I have with getting support from my family, because I just be feeling like I've been left in the fucking back burner so long. When people try to come help me and try to tell me don't try to figure it out by myself, it's like all I have is myself. So what you want me to do? Wait on you? And it's like, I feel like they be trying to act like, or like they be saying that, they say that as if they've been around, and they've been around, and it's like, you haven't been around. Like, you just now was just informed that I was going through the situation. Before this, you wasn't even talking to me. Like, before this, we wasn't talking. Like, I haven't seen you in a long time. So it be shit like that that really helped me think, like with family, I try my best to separate myself from my emotions, because being emotional don't help nothing. You're the only person that's going to feel those emotions and that grudge, because mostly everybody else, a person that fucks you over or a family member that caused you pain and heartache, they're still moving on with their life. They're still living happily. They're still making sure, you know, that they get up in the morning, they eat, and all they desires and needs is met. So it's like, why shouldn't I do the same thing? It's the hurt and the pent up anger that I have for my family and some of the family members that have done me wrong, that hinders me from being able to totally be around them when it's not a cause. Like, if it wasn't for a holiday or nothing, I wouldn't come around type shit. Like, because I can't see myself really congregating and hanging around y'all when I feel like I've heard the words y'all used to say about me, and it's like shit like that. Like, it's, you don't forgive, you forgive, but you don't forget. And it's like, I can forgive, but at the end of the day, I only have my side of the story. My friend told me to say, she was like, you need to talk to these people that have caused you these things, or you need to talk to them, have a conversation with them, because right now you only have your side of the story, and you're in your mind trying to piece together, well, why did they do this? Why did they do this? Why did they do that? If I was only doing this, if I was only doing that. And it's like, you're going and driving yourself crazy trying to figure out what they did on their end and why they did what they did on their end, because you think you know. Well, in reality, you don't know. You only have your side of the story. You could have, maybe you think you know why they did what they did, but you don't know why they did what they did. So, really, just working on separating myself from my emotions in certain situations, because right now all I want is a support team and guidance. So literally a support team. All I want is a support team. Some people that I could probably look back and say, okay, y'all are supporting me. I can call y'all when I need something. I can call y'all if I need to know something about something. If I need help with something, I can call y'all and I can count on y'all. I have a really big wound in me, to count on people, because when it come to family, I couldn't count on them. And I went out here and I was trying to see if I could count on these little fuck ass boys out here, whether it was a grown ass man or what was a young nigga. I couldn't count on one of them. Every time they said they was gonna do something, they did not fucking do it. So it's like, you cannot count on these people at all. And I have a big wound in me for counting on people and putting my trust. That's what it is. I cannot put my trust fully into somebody, because I always feel like there's no type of unconditional love in these Black households, because we don't know what love is. So unconditional love is dead. Love is conditional in my household. Love conditional. A lot of these Black households, love is conditional. Like, people will help you if you're doing something that aligns with their wants. But if you say, okay, I don't want to do this, I want to stray off and do this for my life, they will fuck around and stop helping you. If you start living a life that they see as not good, or it's not going to bring anything fruitful for you, they won't help you. I feel like I got certain family members, if I tell them I'm not going to college right after high school, they won't help me with shit. If I tell them the things that I do want to do, they'll be like, well, we're going to see how far that'll get you. And they will doubt me. And that's why I don't tell them everything I want to do, because like, I don't feel like they need to know that. Like, that's something I need to keep to myself, because at the end of the day, I know how my family is. Like, for them, they were all in survival mode, trying to get out of traumatic, poverty-stricken, abusive households. So the only thing to them was go out and go to school, get an education, get a career, get a job, maintain, have a family, do this, do that. And it's like, they didn't even get to live out their dreams. I have big fucking dreams I want to live out. So I don't tell them all the things I want to do, because I feel like they're going to try to project their limiting beliefs on me, and it's going to hurt, because it's my family. But that's when you have to disconnect from your emotions from a situation like that, because I understand that I come from a family with limited beliefs. Nobody in my family are millionaires. Nobody in my family is like above the fucking wealth bracket and all that shit. Like, I have family members that are doing well, really good for themselves, got their own land, got houses and cars and everything, but they live a middle class life. Like, I want a luxury, wealthy, prissy life, and I don't see nothing less for myself. But in order for me to get there, I'm going to have to endeavor and do things that are not normal or are not conventional to everybody else's understanding or standards. And I'm going to have to deal with that whiplash and that backlash of people leaving me, people trying to tell me I'm crazy, that it's not going to work. I'm going to have to deal with ridicule. And I might have to move. I might have to leave people alone. But at the end of the day, that's really the test to show, do you really want what you say you want for yourself? Because this is what you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with even your own family hating, not motivating, telling you won't be shit because you're trying to endeavor in this thing, and if you would have did X, Y, and Z, maybe they would have helped you. Not cool. But it's a lot of things my family does that's not cool, and I'm not just gonna subject them to my family. I know somebody's out here living the exact life I'm living. Nothing new around the sun. So I know I ain't the only one going through this, but peace, longevity. I speak love, light, and wisdom into everything I touch, make eye contact with, share energy with, and even myself. I speak love, light, and wisdom into myself. I don't entertain every thought that I have. I am loved. I am seen. I am heard. I don't have to do too much to feel seen or heard. And even if I am not seen or heard, as long as I let myself know that nobody else's validation should fuel you to go do something. It should be your own validation. You validating yourself with, your motivation, your passions and all that. That should motivate you, not somebody clapping for you and patting you on the back and telling you that, yeah, what you're doing is good. Keep doing it. And hearing that from an authoritative family member, it'll really feel like, oh yes, I'm doing it. But in real life, you're just seeking people's approval. And you're never going to get nobody's approval for the life I live. I know it's not approved of at all. And quite frankly, I don't want to live this life. It was the cards I'm dealt, and I'm dealing with them the best that I fucking can. And I'm alive, and I'm breathing. I have breath in my body. I can eat. I have a house to go to sleep, take a shower, do the basic shit I need to do. And I have a key that I can leave in and out the house whenever I want. Like, I have the basic needs to survive. But as far as the trauma-ridden house, the dysfunctionality. I can't deal with it, and I have to learn. For now, I gotta go. My friend calling me.